And there we go. Hey guys, what's up? Now, this video is going to be a spoiler review about Goosebumps Part 2, The Haunted Halloween. If you haven't seen the movie yet, this is not the video for you because I'm going to be talking about some spoilers that what happens in the film. There's another video before this one that talks about, it's just spoiler free, that if you should go see this movie, I'm talking about how would recommend it. Take your kids and everything, have fun. But this video is about talking about the whole movie if you haven't seen it. So stop this video, get out of here, and go play the other one. But you have seen the movie and you want to discuss what you thought about the movie and hear what I thought about it. Feel free to leave your comments and feel free to jump into the conversation. So let's just get to it. I really like this movie a lot. I enjoyed this one, but not as much as I did. I mean, like, how can I say this? I like the first one and the second one at the same time because, the first one has its cool parts. This one also has its cool parts too. But I'm leaning towards the second one because Slappy has a lot more screen time in this one. And I'm sorry because I'm a fan of Slappy, and Slappy has always been my favorite monster from the Goosebumps books and then the TV show. Um, in this one, I'm glad that he's still the main villain. But before we get to Slappy, I want to talk about the teenagers first. I thought the kids, the actors who played the teenagers in this movie, did a good job. I don't know so did the kids in the first movie, but this one's I don't know. I kind of like that. You know, they made these characters more interesting. There's the teenage girl who got cheated on. She caught her boyfriend cheating on her. She came back all hurt and depressed. And then she has a brother who is trying to work on his science projects, uh, but it keeps messing up. He feels like he can't do it. Uh, but back to the sister to his sister. It's also you can also relate to her because some of us who are like trying to you know write these what are they called um when you want to apply for another college. I forgot. I'm sorry, I'm out of it. What is it called? A resume. Andale. When they're filling out a resume, she's thinking about like, oh, what could I do, whatever, and she doubts about like the future, what she can do. But a lot of us go through that too, and you kind of relate to that. And then I like that the mom is like, don't put yourself down. I believe you can do it. I know you will. And later on, it like you learn a lesson like she tells you like you just gotta take chances. You kind of face your fears. And I like that what that's what it was about. She conquers her fears, and she just uh writes the resume because I like that also in the end. She meets R.L.Stine, and she's like, I have writer's block or something. Like, well, what would you recommend? What kind of advice could you give me? And he's just like, I forgot the advice he gives her, but it was a good one. I'm sorry, but something about like just I know you'll figure it out because you. I also had the same thing with my book, the book that the kids find at his old house. You know, the pages at the end were not finished; they were unfinished pages, and he said I went through the same thing too. But now you helped me, create an idea of like how I could end it, and I'm sure you figure out something too because you're very creative, all that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, and then you have the friend, who helps, his the fat kid, his friend, you know. Actually, if you think about it, he didn't do that much. His friend. I'm just thinking about it. He didn't do that much, so whatever. And then you have the mom, that's trying to do all this stuff and everything, raise her kids, work her job. What sucks too is that when she tells her sister like I need you to babysit and everything, and she's like, mom, come on, like I need to do my homework, write a resume. And she's like, I know you want to get out of here, sweetheart, and everything, but at the same time I kind of relate to her too because sometimes you need to get this stuff done and everything, but then something comes up and then you're like, sometimes it's family related and your mom has to put you in charge to do this and everything, but you had other plans because you want to get out of the house, but at the same time you're just like, ugh. Oh man, you relate to her. How the struggle is. The struggle. But I like that in one of the parts in the movie that she tells her brother, like, his friend, like, you guys are my life, like I want to, go out there and do other stuff, live my life, but you guys are my life. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. So, anyways, That's what I liked about it. I felt like the teenagers, the characters in this movie, were more interesting compared to the ones in the first one. So yeah. Um, Other than that, I like the neighbor. I like that the Chinese guy that comes, the actor who comes out, the guy from the Hangover movies. I'm glad that he came out in this one. You know, he had a funny, he had his funny moments. He was the neighbor who had his, he would go all out decorating his house with Halloween stuff, and especially in Christmas, I was just like, oh my god. I don't know if some of you guys have that kind of those kind of neighbors that go all out with their decorations, but I like that, and I like that Jack Black came back to reprise his role as R.L.Stine. I think he did a good job, um, even though he doesn't come out that much. But you know, still, I'm glad he came out. Cause yeah, he was on his way and everything. Like, I'm here to save the day, and it's like it's too late, dude. We already took care of everything, and he's like, oh, okay, whatever. So yeah, um, so let's see to the main topic. What I want to talk about. Slappy, my favorite Goosebumps monster. I like that he had a lot more screen time in this movie, because I don't think he had that much in the first one, to be honest, in my opinion. But this one, you know, you get to see him a little bit more. In the very beginning, you know, he comes back and you know tries to show these kids like, you know, I'm a nice guy, I can do all this stuff for you. Uh, Two things that I was kind of iffy about. One, that they gave him powers. When he's all like, you know, I could do all this stuff for your kids, you know, I could be a brother, you know, you need to do the laundry, boom, done. You need to do the homework, boom, done. I was like, what the heck? I don't remember Slappy having any powers in the TV shows or to be honest, I don't remember that much of the books. So if you guys have read the books and you know that Slappy has powers, leave the comments below because I'm not too familiar with the books. I was actually gonna check that out myself after watching the movie, like Google it, just to be sure. Like, because I thought to myself, I don't know a lot of fans who are familiar with the Goosebumps stories and the TV shows are gonna like, you know, I don't know, they're gonna cause a controversy. Like, hey, what the hell? Like, you know, Slappy doesn't have powers. Why are you giving him powers? Part of me was iffy about it, but the other part of me was just like letting it pass by. It's like, you know, I love Slappy, so what? Why not give him powers? Because all he can do, I remember in the TV show, was come back to life and breathe out this green smoke, this bad breath looking bad this green smoke into other dummies and bring them to life, or turn humans into dummies. I remember that in the Goosebumps TV shows. But that's it. So I was just like, you know, what else can he do? Why not give him powers or whatever? And I thought that was cool. But I don't know about you guys if you were iffy about it. If you're like, what the heck? You were if you're upset about it, let me know because I need, you know, share your thoughts about that. But I was okay about it. I let it slide. I was like, I'm enjoying the movie, so it's like I'm not gonna cause a big deal about it. I'm not gonna let that bother me. So yeah. Anyways, you know, he was trying to let the kids know, like, you know, I could be your friend, I could be your brother, or whatever. I could do all this stuff for you. But at the same time, I was like, oh, watch, because I remember Slappy in the TV show. You know, he mostly wanted people to be his slaves, especially the kids, adults, whatever. He just wanted to have someone as his slave, and he could be the master. In this one, he wanted to have a family. So he was saying like, you know, I could be your brother and everything. But I felt like later on in the film, he's gonna be like, but you're gonna owe me. You know, I'm gonna do all this stuff for you kids. You know, when he did that stuff for the sister, you know, he got back at that boyfriend. But I felt like in return, they would have to serve him, you know, as a slave. You know, they're gonna be his slaves. They're gonna do everything he says. You know, he wanted to be the boss, the master. And I kind of got that element too because when he told the mom, when he captured the mom, had her all tied up and everything, was going to turn her into a dummy, he tells her, "Don't worry, mama. You know, I'm going to take care of things now. I'm going to run things, you know, so you're not going to talk anymore. I'm going to do the talking." So I just like, that's the slapping, being the boss, being the master. Sadly, guys, sorry to cut this short, but I'm running out of time for this video. I will continue in the next videos, talking about more about the Goosebumps movie. I hope you enjoyed this part. I hope to see you in the next part. Sorry, but I'll see you all there. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments. Bye bye.